Okay, so I did a Tableau for Donald Trump, but I did it offline. I was just curious. I hadn't been in the mood to make videos and things, but I still read all the time. Well, casually, I should say. Not anything of any consequence. Like I wasn't doing personal readings or YouTube readings. It just I'm over kind of the whole reading thing. But this is interesting. Remember when, oh, the times we were such young and innocent people then, when we thought nothing is going to happen to this man, nothing ever happens to this man. Now, mind you, he still may never go to jail, but consider this. How many of us, we've seen all the readings and all that, never mind that. How many of us legitimately thought he was going to get a mugshot? It happened, though. And then he was fined for his scam charity, and then he was fined for his scam university. Like, people have been at work. We couldn't get Comey to do what he needed to do, and then Merrick Garland drug his feet, and then this one, and the case Alan Bragg had burst that he dismissed. And so it's like one of those things to where you think, why does he keep getting all this benefit? Nothing ever happens. Well, I don't know if you ever heard, but he has been convicted of 34 counts. He is a felon. Hey, Canada, he can't come to Canada. How do you feel about that? He can't visit you. I want to be president. He can't leave the country. And the Republicans are like, yeah, that's our dude. Yeah, let's put him in place. Let's run in this horse race with the horse with no legs. Absolutely. Wonderful. Great idea. So I did, like I said, I did the Tableau off screen. I'm going to do one on screen. In that one, he had Tower in the House Justice, which means he's going to have another court case that blows up in his face, too. He did, however, also have Judge Cannon is committed to his innocence. So she may completely jack that case all the way up. Word of warning beforehand, that way we don't get surprised. She is committed to his innocence. And so we'll see there, but let's see what we get for Donald John Trump. Justice in the Fool. Something is about to start legally, too. Oof. Oof. That's not where you want the tower. That's Empress. House Empress expands everything. So you're going to have an abundance of upheavals. So life is coming to a crashing halt, especially when it comes to things in the government. Oh, your relationships are also tainted. You know, again, I do these and I think, where's the good card then? But Spirit says you asked, so I'm answering. So hush your face. Hush your face and read these cards here. What you think is going to be in House Devil? Judgment. Oh. Ooh. Oh. Mm-hmm. 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 So the success is going to come around his audience. His audience is still there. Well, the diehards. Because you have the Sun in House World. World is the audience. And then you have World in House Magician. Magician is manipulation. So manipulation of the audience, that type of thing. Magician is in House Justice. And so he is now trying to also manipulate when it comes to the jurors as well, because that's a legal aspect and manipulation. And then there's your people, the outside world. So you have the world, the emperor, the tower, the fool, the empress. So up here, there is completion or big picture view. There may be a... Huh. Huh. This is not an investigation. Where's the hermit? The hermit is in star. There's a future investigation. Star is about the future. And then there's an investigation, and then there's an investigation into moving something from one place to another. Because the star is in house chariot. Chariot moves things around, it's the transportation card. But here in house high priestess is the emperor. There, it's again, it's not an investigation. What is the word I'm trying to find? It's like a, I don't want to say arrest warrant, but it's a search warrant or something like that. It's like there's an authority with the emperor. So like some sort of investigator or cop or something like that. The authority does something in secret. So it's like a search warrant or raid. There's the word. It's like a raid of some sort because you have the disaster to follow right behind it. But this is also like shocking. There's some sort of raid upon his lands. There's something religious about the land. I don't know if there's a chapel in it or if there is a like a chapel, like a chapel in it, or something that is old and historic as well. Um, Either on the grounds or across the street thereof. But it's old and historic, and it may even have a chapel in it. But there's some sort of raid. It's surprise though. The Tower and House Empress again expands everything that's going. This his karma ain't gonna get no better. He can have a few wins here and there, even if canon declares him innocent by some sort of mistrial or whatever the case may be. His karma is not done. The upheaval has just started. Justice is in House Fool, which means another case is going to start. It's either going to start or one that has been waiting to get underway is about to start, because this is in House Fool. Fool is the beginning. So beginning case. And it's in House Emperor, which means this may have something to do, well, this may have something to do with the Capitol Police or something, because again, it's in House Emperor. Emperor is about guards and police and anybody in uniform too. Bully tactics as well. So this could be something of that nature. So he has another case that is about to start. So big picture, upheaval, beginning. There's an abundance of issues and problems here with the world and the Empress. Abundance. Well, of course there is, but there's like a bunch of it. I wonder too if the evangelicals or some religious leaders are going to start to turn on him as well. The Hierophant is in House Tower. Upheaval and destruction, religious and morals. The evangelicals probably. Audience, church. So they may be starting to turn as well because they believe the devil is manipulative. And they start to turn. Okay. Well, the devil, the star, the chariot, the moon, the strength. There is some sort of evil deed. This is again around moving something, and this is supposed to be classified. And currently, he claims strength over that, so they don't know where it is. Even if they did this thing here, where they went and found a place to go and search, there's still something here that they don't know where it is. I would even venture to say that it may be impossible to find. The moon is in House Hermit. The Hermit searches, the moon hides. And so it's like you can't find it nowhere. Especially if it's underground. but you can't find it. You know it's missing, but you can't recover it. It's gone. It's not gone as in it can never be recovered, but the people who know where it is aren't going to tell you. So, because again, this is like teamwork with the devil. So whoever knows where this thing is that they could possibly be searching for, the classified thing, it's going to stay there. If it ever comes out, it would come out long after he's like dead or something. Because this is the strength is in House Wheel of Fortune. It takes a long time. A calendar. And so after a certain event on the calendar happens, then you could have some sort of victory over that, but that's a long time. Magician, Death, Wheel of Fortune, the Lovers, and the Judgment. Grain of salt. Hashtag grain of salt. There is the manipulation or the manipulation of details over someone's death. Someone's death, the, what do you call it? The details are hidden or manipulated. This person had a wheel too, so they may have hangman, sacrifice, Wheel of Fortune, death. This was planned and timed. Lover's card in the Temperance is a relationship of some sort. He, with the Emperor and the Lover's card, could have been married to that person at one point. And the Judgment. Judgment is a resurrection. The devil is the devil, and it's in house devil. So there is a resurrection of dirty deeds. The devil is also in the Lover's position. So whoever this person was may have been convalescing, and then boom. Or whoever this person is. This is not necessarily that it happened already, but it could be happening. Or if it happened already, there's going to be a resurrection of detail. Or resurrection of resting place. But there is a manipulation of the information there, though. Hierophant, the Hermit, the Hangman, the High Priestess, and the Temperance. He is going to basically beg to be put in the nominee position. Here's your government. This is searching perspective change behind the scenes, and then cooperations. So it's almost as if he wants the people on the right to support him, and they would like to do something else. Hangman is in House Moon. Perspective change upon the treachery. So they want someone else in place, but at the same time, who are you going to get and then not be afraid of the MAGA? I say cut your losses and cut him loose and just lose these next 4 elections and try harder next time. That's what I say. The World, the Devil, the Magician, and the Hierophant. There's that audience with the evangelicals, I think, they're changing. They're flipping. They're seeing a new light. Now, mind you, it's not all of them, but someone's prominent. Because they have a silver tongue too, and forked tongue, and they're also manipulative. And so I think they're turning. The Emperor, the Star, the Death, the Hermit. There's a man here who was once trusted. He's giving up information. He's got some sort of change in perspective. Wonder if it's that Nauta guy. This person, though, it's a man, and he had a position, not necessarily just a job title. He had some sort of position at some point. Well, I take that back. Because you can have a job title and a position at the same time. What I mean by job title is like basic job title, entry level, pool guy, pool cleaner, that type of thing. But you can still be the pool cleaner and yet his trusted associate at the same time. So there's some man here who was trusted, but he gives up info here. Perspective change. Something changes in his life in a dramatic way. Tower, the Chariot, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Hangman. There is an upheaval of cooperations when it comes to records. So it may be two men. Both of them may seek to cooperate when it comes to records. They both have a perspective change. The Fool, the Moon, the Lovers, and the High Priestess. He is having a relationship issue. He doesn't trust her. There's something that he has seen or suspects, and he doesn't. Well, you don't trust her, child, please. But there's no trust there. Like none. The Empress, the Strength, the Judgment, the Temperance. There is a medicine or medication or something of that. These both govern health in the body. And then this is alchemy or medicine. There's something that goes to the brain, to the head, where your judgment lies. There needs to be some strengthening. I think, too, there needs to be some monitoring, because this may be a situation where they take too many or too much of it. So there may be a dosage issue there going on. But they're taking too much of it. Or they're taking it outside of the schedule. So if you do it every 4 hours, they're doing it every 2.5 hours or something like that. Because this is also in House of Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune governs time, but it goes with schedules too. So there may be something of that nature to where there's too much too soon. We shall see.